So the 2019 Hobie PA14 is coming along nicely. We've put the boondocks on. We have installed the Lowrance. Love the Lowrance, the TI2. Great fish finder. Now it is time to put on an anchor trolley. This is the Hobie Universal Anchor Trolley Kit. And Hobie's nice enough. They pre-drill their boats and they put in brass inserts for you to attach accessories, which is nice. I have an older kayak that I had to drill holes, and that worked fine too. I used carabiners and some paracord, but this is the actual Hobie kit. So we're gonna see if we can hook this up, give it a try. Should be pretty short and sweet. Like I said, it's an anchor trolley. It's really not rocket science. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this installed. All right, so take your anchor trolley and lay it out. I don't know if Hobie does this on purpose, but I watched somebody else install one, and kind of the same thing. If you look, so I can show you. You want to lay it out, and the nice thing about the Hobie is that the Hobie anchor trolley is that it has these little pulleys, but mine are twisted. The video I saw, so this should actually be on the top, but it's twisted, and it was twisted in one of the other videos I watched. So the first thing you should do is take the rope out of the package and just untie it. They give you way more rope than you're ever going to need anyway, so you might as well untie it because you're going to be untying it to trim the rope. So I've untied it. I'm going to switch the rope around so that it goes around the pulley in the right direction, and then I'll come back and we're going to take the plugs out of the brass fittings and start this install. All right, so Hobie is nice enough. They put these they're actually brass fittings. They've got plastic plugs in. You just have to take the plastic plugs out. I'm going to use just a flat screwdriver, and they pop right out. Easy peasy. So you've got two in the back, two in the front, and then around midship you'll find that they have other ones. And these are for the little notches that keep your anchor rope from coming up on board with you. All right, so I took the plugs out, and you see the brass fittings. The brass fittings are ready to rock. And Hobie, being a complete badass, they actually they give you some Loctite, and you just have to take the Loctite and put a little on. You can put it on the threads of the bolts. I'm actually going to put it on the threads of the the inserts. Same thing, Loctite 243. All right, so we're ready to start putting the rollers on these in these brass inserts, and from what I can tell, it's a lot easier if you start with the back one. Now, the Hobie kit comes with a bunch of screws and stuff, but what you want is the pan head 1/2 inch and the pan head 1 inch. The small one goes towards the back, and this process is a whole lot easier if you put the small one in first. Take your time. They're brass inserts. If you crank on them real hard, you will strip them. Just take your time. Snug them up. They've got Loctite on them. They're not going anywhere. So one important note, when you open the package, you're going to get these well nuts. These are special nuts that are designed, when you tighten them down, this rubber compresses. And these are for kayaks that don't have the inserts pre-drilled. You drill a hole about the size of this rubber piece, and you slide it in, and when it compresses, it holds it onto the side of the kayak. these are in the package, but you know, you're going to be looking for this. That's what you want. You have to take those well nuts apart, and that's how you get these. Once you take the well nuts apart, you're going to take one of these 10 by 3/4 nuts, and that's how you're going to attach these little spacers. So the last little lockdown that we need to put on, just like the lockdown over here that keeps the rope from coming up on the kayak, we have to put one that lets us kind of secure the anchor trolley so it doesn't slide around when we're parked. On the 2015 Plus, you can remove one of the screws from your steering mechanism. And then Hobie has graciously given us another bolt that we can use, a longer bolt that we can use to reattach the knob. So you just take the longer pan head, pass it through your rudder control, and you can see that little lockdown goes right on the tiller control. Nice and clean. So at the beginning we untied the rope, and Hobie gives you ample rope, so I mean, I guess you could put this on a PA 17 and it would work fine, but we don't need that much rope. So the bungees, as you can see, the bungees are on the bottom. It's where they're supposed to be, and you can try to tie it like this. You know, you can just pass the rope through and try to tie a knot this way, and you can get it tight. Periodically these ropes are going to get loose and you're going to have to retie them, no matter how tight you tie it now. So let's see here. Alright, there we go. Nice and tight, that will not go anywhere. But like I said, over time they're going to loosen up, so you might as well go ahead and be prepared to, you know, tighten them from time to time. I'm not dead set on it, but at some time I might switch it out for paracord. I just like paracord better. It's a camouflage boat. Shouldn't you put, you know, paracord on your camouflage boat? Then just trim off the rope. I'm going to use a lighter just to kind of seal these ends. All right, and that's the Hobie Universal Anchor Trolley Kit. I think other than that, it's time to go fishing.